We're going to talk about area and perimeter one more time before we start the next lesson. It's really, really important that you're able to understand and find the area and perimeter of shapes that have right angles. Okay, so we're going to start with the basic rectangle, but I am going to talk a little bit about the units. On this particular graph paper, each of the lines represents 1 centimeter. Okay, now we use regular centimeters, regular units of length to measure the perimeter, but we use squares in order to measure the area. We find out how many squares are on the inside. So the units for perimeter look like 1 centimeter, but the units for area look like 1 centimeter squared. Okay, it's really important that you have the correct units for area and perimeter. So to start off, I have this on graph paper just like you should, because we can then count exactly how far around and how much is inside. Okay, so to find the perimeter, we count all the way around, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I counted 14 centimeters around the outside. Now, some of you already know that in order to find the perimeter, you add up all of the edges. So this edge right here has a length of 3 centimeters. This edge here has a length of 4 centimeters. But you do have to remember the opposite sides are important as well. So we need another 3 centimeters and another 4 centimeters. So if you add all of these together, 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4, we get 7 plus 7, which is a total of 14, and we can include our units, which is centimeters. Now this is good because it means that our answer is matching and our counting answer is the same as adding them all together. Okay? For the area, using the counting method, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I count 12 square centimeters. And most of you know that in order to find area, a lot of times we multiply. Multiplying is going to become really important in these next few lessons. We will be multiplying to find area. We will not just stick with counting. So the way that looks is we take 3 centimeters, we multiply it using our dot, of course, times 4 centimeters, and 3 times 4 gives us 12. And when we multiply centimeters times centimeters, the answer becomes centimeters squared. So this is great because it's checking out here as well. Okay, now on this particular slide, my squares are not the same size as the squares on the last one. So instead of using centimeters, we're just going to use units. Okay, I do want to use the adding and multiplying methods of finding area and perimeter for this particular one. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a height right here of 7 and a base of 3, which means the other side is 7 and the other side is 3. So for my perimeter, I'm going to have 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3. And that's going to give me 10 plus 10, which equals to 20. And then the units are important, but in this case, I didn't tell you what they were, and you would only write the word units. Okay? Then for the area of this one, we have our 7 times our 3, which is equal to 21. And the units are still important, but in this case, area is measured using squares, so we need to include the exponent of 2 next to our units. Okay. Now, our shapes are going to be getting more interesting. I'm sorry I can't draw these perfectly, but I do try my best on my brand new iPad. It's a challenge getting used to, but I'm doing okay with this technology. So let's figure out all of our different measurements. It's important that you know each of the sides in order to successfully find the area and the perimeter. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 here. We have 4 at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. And there are 2 different 2's down here. Both of those 2's are an important part of this. and at the bottom we also have a 2. For the perimeter, we are taking all of our units, so 7, 4, 5, and then I have 3 different 2s. So I've taken care of that side, that side, that side, and all 3 2s. When I add these together, I get 11, 7, and 4. 11 and 7 is 18, plus 4 is 22, and always, always include your units. Okay. Now for the area of this one, I'm going to do it using multiplication, and then we're going to check it using the counting method. So for our area, we're going to take this, and we right now only know how to find the area of rectangles. We don't know how to find the area of funny shapes, but I can break this funny shape down into different rectangles. Now there's 2 possible ways of doing this. I'm going to do this way right here, where I make it into one square that's right here, and one larger rectangle that is right there. Okay, so for this top rectangle, the 2 numbers that I'm going to need to be multiplying are 4 and 5. I picked 4 and 5 because they're next to each other. So you would have to choose 2 numbers that are next to each other. So you can choose 4 and 5. I did not pick 4 and 7 because the 7 goes all the way down. And we don't need that extra part that's right here for that rectangle. We only need the top 5 squares. So when I get 4 times 5, I get 20. And then I need to take into account the smaller rectangle down here, and that one's just going to be a 2 by 2. And of course those are 2 adjacent sides, so it works. And I get 4 with that. And then I would need to add all of these together, and I would get 24. And units are so important. We measure area using squares, so we have square units. So I have an answer of 24 units squared, and I can double check that by counting. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So my answer checks out, it makes sense, and I'm good to go. Okay, so for homework, I would like you ladies to try these 4 problems. Okay, these problems and problems like these are going to show up in class the next time that I see you, so it's really important that you know how to do these. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in class.